Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I was just gonna do the two videos, then suddenly I thought like end of the month, it's coming up and I want to share a few things with you outside fragrance game, something with fragrance game. So this is not gonna be a list, this is not gonna be a review. You can skip it. Those who know me, those who know my morning thoughts episode, this is one of those. Time check is at 1 a.m. here. And I just finished doing two videos. One was a fragrance from Yatman line, which is Yatman Sapphire. Check that out. And then I did my top 10 picks of September, month of September, the perfumes that I bought and used and I reviewed. Apart from number one, I reviewed all of them. Check them out. And, I hope you appreciate my work. So I bought a lot of fragrances this month, as I said yesterday. I will say a few things before I start. First thing is I bought many fragrances this month. Some of them were okay. Some of them are backup bottles. Some of them are new bottles. Some of them are latest releases. So sort of like a mix. And when you buy about 25, 26 perfumes, you overspend a little bit, like buy a lot. So it's okay. I settle all the bills and everything, but next month I hope to be a little bit more practical. So I would like to apologize once again from yesterday. For yesterday, that is, I made a mistake or a oops moment when I forgot to plug in my Bluetooth device with my mic. Mic was on, but the sound didn't capture. Reason being, the sound was not good. That's what resulted. So I hope you could still hear with the headphone. That's all, right? So I want to do a few things update. Actually, I'm getting a headache from the hat. Yeah, let's just do like this, okay? Let's just do like that, okay? Hopefully the sound is still okay, right? So I'm a little bit upset right now. If you cannot tell, those who know me, those from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, we have a great game called cricket. It's so much like in our blood, and it's like something to do with our emotions. That's the only thing we all get united for. When our country plays, people from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, we know the Afghanistan. When our teams play, we become so into the game. May it be Asia Cup, World Cup, T20 League, Champions League, whatever. Even the Test Championship or Ashes, like. We really love cricket, but when our country plays and they represent our country, like on world stage, I know our team is not that great. We're lucky to actually qualify. For those who understand cricket, I'm telling for them, if you don't understand, please Google cricket. You'll understand that we do have a little sport, which is not played by most of the nationality, but it's getting popularity. So our team qualified like in 97 to be able to play world stage. Since then, we haven't won anything, and we behave, sometimes our behavior is so much more, like champions. We went so close to beating big teams like India, Pakistan. Even today we lost against Pakistan. So congratulations, Pakistan team, to play on final against India. I guess it's good in a way that better team will play, stronger team will play. And when India Pakistan plays, still is the biggest viewed. Most number of people go pay premium prices for ticket, to be on the Dubai stadium, and it's a big occasion, right? So nowadays Pakistan, India, the games are like one-sided so much more, but back in the days the rivalry was great. So cricket is in our blood. So I'm very upset that our team didn't play well, but then I accepted the fact that we don't have a great team. We just were lucky to qualify for this round thanks to Sri Lanka, and both of us and Sri Lanka are out. So I guess we are happy for Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and hopefully we will see if Pakistan can beat India, right? So yeah, I'm upset about that. I used to play cricket. This is the problem, and I get so attached to the game. I get worked up and I keep writing statuses. People are very annoyed by that. I understand. I just cannot stop watching it. I cannot watch it, and it's just like the blood pressure goes high, like shoo. So anyways, I don't want to talk about cricket. I want to talk about a few other things. First of all, let's talk about a little bit of the fragrance industry and our work. And I said it many times before, but some of you maybe didn't catch those videos. So I do get comments like, why are you reviewing just Middle Eastern perfumes? What happened to your niche reviews, designers, the high-end ones? And you're just becoming like a brand ambassador of Middle Eastern perfumes, And you guys know that I buy my perfumes. They don't hardly send like 1 in 50 fragrance. Perhaps I get 1 from Rehan, 1 from Rasasi, but on 97% of time I buy my perfumes, because I do not mind this, because I earn from YouTube, and to keep creating content, I have no other sources or, possibilities. I can get the bottles, like some of the shops they send me to review, like Senzone, Fragrantica, sometimes Perfume Center. I am very thankful to them. I am not ungrateful, okay? I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to everything that I got, I am thankful to God. Okay, so many people do not have that urge to do so many reviews, and some people are not very lucky to buy that many perfumes. So I say Alhamdulillah, thank you God for giving me all the opportunity, and I can still continue my journey. Even though I struggle a lot last 10 days of the month with financial situation, and I get bashed for it. Some people talk about it like, oh, I don't rely on fragrance work, I just do it for passion and this. And these are some things I'll talk about, this kind of people. Okay, but mostly fragrance industry, you have to understand one thing, like there is a reality of you that you watch, and you just sit in front of the YouTube. Obviously you sometimes don't like some of the reviewers like me, but still you watch my review because maybe I'm the only one who did a review on that perfume. Okay, so I know those people who hate me but still watch me, but there are a lot of people who love me and watch me. I don't mind at all, as long as people are benefited. That's what's my goal. But people get frustrated why Joyamin is doing just one direction. I did explain it before, and I don't think I owe it to people, but I have to sometimes just share, so I feel kind of like obliged. Okay, there was a time I started off, I did not care if it's a sample review, Decant review, it's a Middle Eastern niche, if it's my bottle, someone else's bottle, if I have to go to the shops. I was very aggressive. First few years, I was very aggressive. I used to go to shops like Starling Enterprise, uh, Star World, Metro, Perfume Bangladesh, and Perfume World. So I used to go there because I needed content. I wanted to do so much upload to reach that 1,000 videos or that 100,000 subscribers. It took me a very long time. I think I'm the one person who reached like the slowest time. Like it took the longest time to achieve that silver play button for last 2 years or 3. And then I started getting like before that monetization. So my work pattern, it's not easy. I really had to put my work because I don't have editing skills. I don't have fancy camera backdrop or sexy models and stuff like that. So my review bread and butter is this perfume reviews, the top 10 lists, so I mix it up. But back in the days, I could review so much more because fragrance prices were very reasonable. This is a very simple confession I'm going to tell you, and maybe you accept it or not, but I'll tell you. Back in the days, let's say designers, when they came out, highest they would be prices like if it's a high-end one, $80, $85, not more than 100. The Chanel's used to be like 85, maximum $100, and that time the dollar rate was not so bad. So what happened was like we could buy 3 designer perfumes, 4 designer fragrances in budget of 10,000 taka, which is like more or less, if you make it flat, $100. Now $100 doesn't get you anything. Okay, compared to 2016, 17, 18, the pre-COVID era. Then the COVID era came and destroyed everything, businesses, people's careers, jobs, people lost lives. I pray for them. And we lost our friends, family members. You guys know that was a horrible time. We got the vaccination, we had to stay at home. I don't even remember those. I don't want to remember those days. That was scary days, man. Like we couldn't go anywhere without 3 level of mask, and I had COVID, right? So I had to separate myself. What do you call that? Like we had to do this thing, right? The distancing and stuff, right? So because we were scared for our parents. So in the meantime, what happened was a lot of industries, they sort of died. In Malaysia, I have seen in UK, the Boots, like they had closed many big outlets. In Malaysia, they give 75% of sales. A lot of branded designer shoes got ruined because people couldn't go. They were all closed. So that time sort of ruined almost everything. Of course, we were thinking of survival, but we couldn't go out, to office. Like people couldn't go and work. Some of them lost jobs. They had to work from home, but their salary dropped. They got late payment. The shortage of products. So all this thing took an impact, and in the end, everything became so much more expensive. Flying was expensive, and products, goods. And right now, in short, fragrances are so much more expensive than before. Some of the fragrances gone 3 times more than the price they used to be. I'll give you some examples. Back in the days, Cool Water, David of Cool Water would cost us like $20. Okay, now it's like 35. I'm just giving you a rough idea. We would go buy Daniel's Icon. Now it's discontinued. These fragrances, if you buy a tester with $30, now it's 75. If I only give you examples, then you'll understand what happened and how it's related to my work. Back in the days, the 150 ml of Dolce & Gabbana EDP, it would cost us like 85 bucks. This thing is now somewhere around $150. Okay, just rough idea. Many fragrances became discontinued. That's another thing. I will tell you another fragrance. I have like few ml left. Rosada Velicium Perfume Cologne. I got this like under $200. Now this is 250, 60, around there. Okay. Then some fragrances actually like not so much. Like I'll give you another prime example. Nautica's Voyage, the most budget perfume. Okay, 200 ml of this was around $45, like that. Now check this out, this is 70, $75 they're selling for. Okay, so like that, you know, like many fragrances got so expensive. Designers, especially niche, an Aventus would cost you, if it's a vintage badge, it will cost you $1,000. Amouages used to be show you one Amouage which is new. I sold off many of my niche perfumes, and I'll tell you why. These ones would cost you like, not this one, but any Amouage, like back in the days, Reflection, Interlude, all those perfumes would cost, if you get it like a decent tested deal, it would be at $150. Now Amouages cost $350. Insane pricing. And the retail stores, they just increase the price 4 times and then they give 20%, 30% sale. It doesn't help the cause. So basically I saw, since the prices went up, I had to keep up with the market, other things to afford, right? Groceries and that. I did not increase my Decant prices, but I saw I'm struggling and people are struggling with me. They do not buy niche perfume Decants, even the old prices, because they are barely surviving. Then we had a change in government, political issues and everything, so we were stuck. Our economy went down again. Altogether, the huge impact, because I live here, it does affect me as well, not maybe as bad as some of the other ones because I work from home. But I decided I cannot afford to keep my niche perfumes anymore with me because they don't sell. I had to sell off my Creeds. I felt so horrible, heartbroken. I had to sell off my Amouages, PDMs, you know, like the niche ones that I had, high-end designers I had. It felt pretty bad, but I had to. I had no other option, you know. Why there's so much firecrackers? Pakistan won, we didn't win, but maybe someone's getting married. Anyway, so basically coming back to this, slowly what happened was from niche, the designers started getting expensive as well. The ones they used to sell for $40, $45, they became $70, $75, then $80, then $100 something. And now Blood Chanel costs $300, which is more expensive than niche perfumes, okay? If you buy a Dior perfume, it's a $200 minimum. Dior maintenance is $200. So if you see the prices 2-3 times more, our in general income for people, working people, they did not have any increase in their payments, because some of them even lost like portion of their salary, this bill, this taxation. So people basically became worse off, and they still have to carry on, buy their stuff, fuel their car, pay their rent and stuff. So overall impact means our income went down here and the prices went down up here. And I actually moved in a new house before this renting, so the costing was insane, you know. So yeah, from niche, the designers, people started slowly buying less. Okay, in Bangladesh, they are not buying as much as before, and they are not as popular. Popular now are the Middle Eastern perfume. That's why all Latafa, all fragrance world, we have to make a living, right? And the funny thing is, if I spend like $150 on new Jean Paul Gaultier, I do a review, okay? I do a review, and it gets like barely 300 views. Sometimes if you are not having a big subscriber base, you'll get like what, 100 views. Imagine that, you pay more, you got a good decent fragrance, which is a new release, people supposed to have, you know, interest. Highest designer would get like 2,000 views on my channel. Of course, the other reviewers, like popular ones who have bigger subscribers, they get okay. But if you do a Middle Eastern perfume, oh fire, you're gonna get instantly like a lot of views, and that actually generates income through ads on YouTube. So we have to be practical, man. I mean, I can buy 5 fragrances, Middle Eastern perfumes for price of 1 designer, and I can make 5 contents, which is gonna earn me 5 times more than a designer fragrance, right? So this is like a open thing I'm just sharing with you, and then you will understand right now. If you did this work, then only you'll understand. I also don't want to do just Middle Eastern perfume, guys. I want to do some niche perfumes like Maison, Francis Kurkdjian's, or new releases, you know, the niche ones, the new Amouage. I want to keep up with them like before, but I can't. Honestly speaking, if I buy them, I literally will buy like 5 perfumes per month instead of 25, and my expense will go high, my earnings will fall, and people are not going to buy the Decant. So all over, it's a loss situation. That's it. That's where Middle Eastern perfumes are winning. All the sellers, they're bringing huge volume, $20, $30. People afford these. People can buy these. Even if it's $35, people say, oh, I'll buy this, okay? Showing examples, like a very affordable fragrance like Moj by Gulf Orchid. These are like 20 something dollars, 110 ml. Similar to some Louis Vuitton fragrances. It has that nice tea note, kind of Sprite, refreshing, citrusy, mandarin, oranges. perfect for summer, great performer, more juice, less price, nice bottle, great atomizer. People are not dumb, okay? They're not going to pay $100 for, or for this matter, Louis Vuittons for 350, 450 bucks. People don't even earn that much per month in Bangladesh, right? So this is the reason. And in our community, this is this war going on. The Middle Eastern perfume sellers versus the ones that sell the tester of designer niche like Kilian's or high-end ones. People who used to even buy the niche ones, they can still buy, but they actually see, oh man, I can get 40 perfumes for price of one Baccarat Rouge or 30 fragrances. I'm going to try so many more DNAs. So they even started buying Middle Eastern fragrances. I'm not recommending this like you go and opt for it, but your pocket will tell you the direction that you want to go. There's no forcing. People are automatically deciding, and that's what making a lot of sellers mad at these Middle Eastern perfume sellers. They're doing politics, they're using influencers to create hate, but the overall, like when this kind of fragrances come out, okay, everybody will buy it. Even those who will bash it, they'll buy it. Like, what's the fuzz about, okay? 30 something dollars, I'll do it, okay? But when a new M-Wash comes out, people would say, how much is that? For 50 bucks after discount? I'll think about it, and they don't think about it, just leave. I stopped going to these retail outlets because I've seen it's crazy pricing. And I am actually pretty heartbroken, but I have no other options, right? So Middle Eastern perfumes are ruling. They're creating waves. Even the big companies going after them, try to make lawsuits and whatnot, and then try to take down the post from Facebook. They're doing all the stuff, but you cannot stop people from choosing what they want to choose. Personally, I also do another thing that I go to shops, physical shops, where they have some vintage perfumes, like hard to find but not very expensive designers. I buy them stuff. Then I buy something from marketplace if someone's selling a partial. I sometimes buy for passion itself. I buy things like Iris Malikan. This one I just bought for myself, I'll review this soon. Absolutely lovely Iris fragrance, okay? So that's the fragrance part, okay? So that's the second part. Third part I want to talk about is like human psychology, I used to think one thing, if people are rich or they have money and they have like, very good career, jobs, family, they will be very happy. They'll be very proud of their work and their lifestyle, and they'll have certain class. Like, I have all these things, and I am at this part of the society which I can consider myself elite, okay? So there are some differences between your country and our country. Some of our people are very rich, some of our people are very poor, okay? We have huge gap between the wages. So there are some middle class, but upper middle class or lower middle class, there's not like real middle class anymore. So the amount of money you have to earn to live in this city to be able to afford, if you can earn that and you can have like 2-3 times more money for spare cash and going out, holidays and all, you should consider yourself in elite class. You can buy designers, niche perfumes. Not everybody can do that, okay? So when I see these elite class people and then collectors who have rich collection, I would imagine like these people are very happy, and they would maybe sometimes look down upon on us or some of the other people who have more affordable collection or normal collection. But more so than that, some people are actually mad. They think of you as a competition automatically without you doing anything, right? And this is a weird thing I never understood. If I am not as rich as you, if I am not as high end as you, like you have a nicer car than me, nicer house, more income, why would you be mad at me or be jealous at me? Then I realized this one thing: not everybody is the same. Some people who have good fortune, they are actually happy for others when they're rising. If let's say you are rich and your brother is improving and he's even getting better than your numbers as sale pitch or something, or he's getting awards and stuff, or he's more popular, if you're a good human being, you'll be happy for them. But some people don't have that big heart. They have so much jealousy in them. And this comes from their own insecurity, because they never got any recognition in their life. They never got any validation from women. They never got any sort of a like big stage recognition, like you are the, like, I don't want to say it in a bad way, but I hear a lot of times in my group, other groups, they say, Joy bhai, like, bro, you are an inspiration. I buy fragrances a lot based on your recommendation. I trust you, your nose, and I trust your work. When you do a review, it may not be a flashy one, you just talk a lot, but it helps us in the journey. Even if I don't buy it, if I just skip it because you said it's not for everybody. So this trust I have, I created this platform for 10 years. It did not happen in one day. Some people just working for 1 to 2 years, and they're just suddenly thinking like, oh, I can demand the sellers to send me stuff, money, payment. No, man, they don't. If they see there's no value in this whole investment, if they see no return, People don't usually invest. Look at me, I don't get any investment. Some of the rumors are sellers pay me. If the sellers paid me, I would be so much better off. I would be relaxing. I would not work 7 days a week. You do the maths. If people are earning so much more money, would they work like a dog every day? No, man. It's like a dog day afternoon movie. I work a hassle. Of course, it's passion, but I also want to make that extra dollar or two here and there, or I want to sell off something. So when I do this work, even people are like enraged by it, or they get, I don't know, they get like so worked up and they get so angry. And I never understood one thing, like why, if I am not even knowing you, if I don't have any conversation with you, why would you get talking about me in your groups or in the takeout rage? I don't talk about them at all. And then I realized it's nothing to do with me. It's just, maybe I don't want to say my aura or something. It's just that what I do, when I breathe, when I exist, it bothers others because they cannot do what I do. They can achieve what I can achieve. So maybe I can achieve people's trust, and I'm the international face, like I represent Bangladesh, I do in English. They don't do what they can do. It's possible. They perhaps can do, but they won't do. So is that our fault? No, it's the people's fault. When you are mad at someone's success, if you're mad at someone's popularity, if people like you, like they say people like me, it's not my fault. And if you hate me for that, who's at fault? You guys, okay? And when you talk about me or any other influencers that just spreading hate, I don't like the way this guy reviews, I don't like his attitude, I don't like his hair, I don't like his like chapri, we call. And they say like, he's this. Why can't you do better work? Why don't you leave people alone? This is what I don't understand, but I understood one thing. This is meant to happen because these people are born like this, okay? Until we are not breathing anymore, they will do this continuously. It has been many years happening. I've seen people from overseas, next doors, neighbors, Pakistan, India, even people are like that there sometimes, okay? So they send me like hate messages on my email. I got used to this, by the way, the comment section. They call me names, you son of this, that, or you just like, you ugly this. And I realized one thing, that this is all their frustration, and it's not like my part, it's not on me. And I learned to be not bothered by these people, because more and more you give them juice and attention, they get more triggered and they love it. They want your attention, they want your reaction. And I know there's some masterminds doing this thing in Bangladesh. This is what we have to do. Apart from making a living, going to places, buying perfumes, investing time, money, you have to also battle these people. You have to always, constantly, like people will ask you, like, I heard this about you, is this true? And I don't need to do these things, man, but you have to go through this drama, politics, all these things to be alive. You have to be the tough, mean guy. Sometimes you have to do horrible decisions to kick people out, block them. And I don't mind. I became tough. I became like this, like a little bit like them, cold-hearted, because that's what you have to do to survive. And it's not easy to survive here. It looks like, yeah, he's buying every day, man, he's doing reviews and stuff. There's so much more at the background in the work, to buy even like a small arm of perfume, there are sacrifices. And I'm saying that I was not born with a like a golden spoon in my mouth, like many others. I was not privileged that they can buy $6,000-7,000 worth of fragrances. I can't, but whatever I can, I review, right? So the thing is, like, this thing, when you do this as a person, man, I'll tell you one thing, you'll never find happiness. You'll never find, like, if you cannot be happy for your brothers, if you cannot be happy for others, you will always feel like you are at pain. Like, you have a lot of things they don't have, but you're still mad at them. Like, you have the wife, you have children. I don't have any family, so people can look at me like, say, hey, you're a pathetic guy. I'm like, yeah, I am, I'm sad, but again, I am with the fragrances, so these are my family, right? But a lot of these people who talk about me, they have so much better collection than me. They have more expensive fragrances than me. And when I see it, it saddens me, but it doesn't break my heart, because those people don't matter in my life. I will keep working as long as I'm alive, and I will do this regardless of what they feel. So if you are that kind of a person that you cannot be happy for your brothers or your friends or strangers, and you just get triggered by your personal rage, man, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your upbringing. There's something wrong with your mind or something. It's a sickness really in the mental state. And then sometimes people will be going after you, try to destroy your reputation and stuff. But end of the day, I don't bother. I leave it up to God, man. That's it. Just don't do reaction. More you do reactions, people will be fed with so much more, rage. So slowly ignore. If they don't ignore, what can I do, right? So those are the things. Basically, I am a little bit upset when I see, but on top of it, I just always remember, if I can keep my focus on my work, review, continue living, be healthy and stuff, that's all that matters. I don't want to get into fights. I don't want to get into this politics and stuff, because that's not the whole point of this game. Everybody have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and do let me know what your thought on the Perfume prices and what's your view on this game. Is it still worth playing, or is time to quit? Have a nice day. See you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.